Hey Bears, Newsfan Report Army. Can you feel that electric buzz in the air over Soldier Field? Smash that like button and subscribe to Bears Newsfan Report right now if you believe Chicago is on the brink of unleashing a defensive juggernaut like nothing we've seen in years. Imagine this. The front office has spent months dissecting tape, analyzing every angle rush, and charting out potential game changers, all while our offense finds its footing under Ben Johnson. But despite flashes from Montez Sweat and the rise of our secondary, one glaring question has haunted every Bears faithful since the preseason. Where's the consistent pressure that turns third downs into momentum swings? Could Ryan Poles have quietly zeroed in on the answer, setting the stage for a seismic shift in 2025? Picture the scene deep within Halas Hall. Senior staffers huddled over trade boards, debating draft capital versus immediate impact, the rumor mill churning hotter than a 4th of July barbecue. Whispers have grown into a roar that the Bears have pitched a deal straight to the Bengals' war room, dangling a 2026 second-round pick and maybe a sweetened conditional 4th in exchange for an edge rusher whose name sends shivers through offensive coordinators league-wide. Before we name names, let's talk pedigree. Last season, this warrior notched an astonishing 14 sacks, finishing among the NFL's elite in pressures per snap, and followed it up in 2024 with 12.5 sacks, proving he's no one-hit wonder, but a relentless force who reads protections like a chess master. He's earned Pro Bowl nods, All-Pro buzz, and a reputation for bull-rushing tackles into next week. And yet, the Bears brass believe a second-rounder is enough to pry him loose from Cincinnati's grasp. Could they really pull off such a heist? Envision him lining up opposite Sweat, the two of them sending quarterbacks fleeing for their lives, forcing quick throws that our ball hawks can feast on. Think about the psychological edge, an offense's game plan unraveling before the first snap because they've got to game plan for two elite rushers, not one. But here's the kicker. This player turns 31 in September, which begs the question, would Chicago trade away precious future capital for a prime but fading talent? Might they structure a clever deal with incentives tied to double-digit sack thresholds, protecting the cap while rewarding excellence? And what if Cincinnati, wary of aging veterans, views that second-rounder as the future's cornerstone? When the dust settles, fans will be left asking, has Poles struck genius or gambled too boldly? Now, take a deep breath, because the moment of revelation is here. This potential game-changer is none other than Trey Hendrickson, the same relentless pass rusher who terrorized quarterbacks in the AFC North and helped propel the Bengals' defense to new heights. But will he don navy and orange next season? Can Chicago close the deal with a package that won't hamstring the rebuild? And perhaps most importantly, is this the missing piece that transforms our defense from solid to downright dominant? The questions hang in the balance, and as Bears News Fan Report, we'll be right here breaking down every twist and turn. If you believe the Bears are finally waking up and ready to seize control of the trenches, hit that like button, and let's finish what we started. Imagine the roar of the crowd at Soldier Field when Trey Hendrickson explodes off the edge, the kind of roar that echoes the glory days of the Monsters of the Midway in 1985, when defense wasn't just a strategy, it was an identity. This isn't just another off-season splash. It's a declaration that Chicago refuses to settle for mediocrity. If Hendrickson joins forces with Montez Sweat, we'd be looking at a pass-rush tandem capable of rewriting opponent playbooks and flipping the script on every third down. Thanks to Hendrickson's 14-sack outburst in 2023 and his 12.5-sack follow-up in 2024, teams scramble to scheme around his next move. Picture offensive coordinators in fear, dialing back on deep drops and praying their quarterbacks can make lightning-quick reads under duress. We're talking about turning what once was a 68-sack liability into a fortress that suffocates opposing QBs before they can even hitch their helmets. For the fan base, this would be cathartic redemption. No more watching top quarterback prospects escape unscathed behind porous protection or seeing promising drives stall because of relentless pressure. Instead, every snap would carry the possibility of a game-changing strip sack, the kind of play that sends fans leaping from their seats and unites Soldier Field in a tidal wave of orange and navy passion. Consider the contrast with last season's struggles, when the Bears' offense sputtered under heat and our defense limped to the finish line. Now, imagine the momentum shift. Hendrickson beats his man, the crowd erupts, and suddenly our offense lines up with a renewed spring in their step, knowing the defense has their back. That ripple effect could lift Caleb Williams in his rookie year, giving him precious seconds to survey the field and deliver strikes to Rome Odunze or DJ Moore. Remember the last time Chicago felt this kind of electricity? It was January 2011, when Brian Urlacher's final playoff run had us believing anything was possible. Fast forward to today, and that same electricity could surge back, fueled by Hendrickson's relentless motor and hunger for big moments. Historically, Bears teams built on defensive dominance have carried us to championships. This move could be the phoenix rising from a decade of rebuilding. And let's not overlook our rivals. Imagine Aaron Rodgers squirming in the pocket. The Vikings' Kirk Cousins forced into quick throws, the Packers' offensive line sweating bullets. If Hendrickson and Sweat hold down both edges, NFC North foes will tremble at the thought of traversing the Windy City in December, where the cold winds whip and the pass rush bites. Of course, there's risk. Hendrickson will be 32 when the season starts, and durability questions linger. But isn't that what makes this gamble so thrilling? If we structure his deal with smart incentives for 10-plus sacks or Pro Bowl nods, we reward excellence while safeguarding the cap. Poles has shown he can navigate these waters before, and pairing Hendrickson's savvy with our young, hungry secondary could yield a defense both stingy and opportunistic. So here's where we stand, a franchise at the hinge of destiny, staring down the barrel of a move that could reignite a dynasty or serve as a cautionary tale of overreach. Will the Bears seal the deal and unleash a pass rush that redefines the NFL's power balance? Can Hendrickson's veteran leadership instill a winning culture that propels this squad back to the playoffs for the first time in over a decade? Chicagoans everywhere are poised on the edge of their seats, ready to witness history. If you're as fired up as I am, share this video, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, and ring that bell so we can share every electrifying update. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and, as always, go Bears.